What is up, my peoples? This is your cosmic homegirl, and I am back with another weekly horoscope / cosmic weather forecast for all of us for the week starting January 24th of 2021 and ending with January 31st of 2021. So we're in the last part of the first month of the year. Okay. Now, before we get started on the horoscope, just wanted to remind you guys that I do have a February horoscope video out. So go check that out on my YouTube. If I can remember, I will link it somewhere in this video below or in it or somewhere, okay? But if you're subscribed to my channel, you probably have seen it already. If you haven't, go check it out. And I do have horoscopes available to order for your sign for February of 2021. So if you want to know how this next month, is going to go for you, definitely check them out. We do have still a big ass Aquarius party in the sky. So if you want to know what it means for you personally, just based on one of your signs, and check it out. Also, don't forget, there's still 2021 horoscopes available for the whole entire year. You want to know what's this year like for your sign, definitely check one of these out. They are 2 hours worth of plenty of info, plenty of details on your year, on the transits for the year, on what your love life looks like, what your money and finances look like. So don't forget to peep those too. And also, I do have, because people do like Valentine's Day. Okay, oh my gosh, I just updated my website. Okay, here we go. So all love readings are 15% off only from January 24th through February 1st. So only this next week, okay, am I going to have love readings 15% off. So that way people can have Valentine's, people want Valentine's readings or whatever. So I do have relationship readings, and also if you're single, a reading just to look at your astrological profile, to see what it says about you and dating. And these all include horoscopes. These two readings include a horoscope for love. The synastry reading alone is just looking at you and your boo, see how you guys get along, what astrology says about it. There is no horoscope with that one, but with this second option there is. And I look at multiple charts, and everything. So some good shit, man. If you're interested, go to my readings page on my website and check that out. Okay, so let's get into the week's forecast. What's cracking? As we start the week, as we start the 24th, we do have the Sun and Saturn together. Oof, Saturn's energy is heavy, man. So the Sun's energy is like lighthearted, right? It's fun. It's childlike. It rules the sign of Leo. The Sun just wants to have fun. And Saturn is like, hold up, wait a minute. He is the cop that holds up a big stop sign in front of your face and asks you a bunch of questions you about where you're going and why, what are you doing, and have you thought about where you're going and why, and the consequences of your actions, and yada, 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 yada. Yeah, he could be a big ass party pooper, right? So the Sun and Saturn are together very close on the 24th, and continuing through the rest of the week. I would say the Sun and Saturn are still pretty close. But yeah, the 24th, they are neck and neck. Okay, they are tight with each other, talking, okay, having this conversation where Saturn is giving all these lectures to the Sun, and the Sun's rolling his eyes like, whatever, I just want to party, man. Leave me alone with responsibilities. Oh my God, work, bills. Ugh, why are you bothering me with this, Saturn? But the Sun and Saturn together, this energy is really great for business. Saturn is the planet of business. The Sun is a planet of being a boss. It's a planet of leadership. So when we have these two together, maybe you are feeling more like a boss, like a leader in whatever it is you do in your life, in your personal life, professional life, whatever. So the Sun and Saturn together, yes, it could be heavy, downer energy that's like, makes you sit and think about, what are you doing with your life, and what are you going to be doing 5 years from now, and la 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 la. But it is really good for sitting down and planning. Yes, it is, though. If that's something that you have to do or that you want to do, sit down and plan things out, figure out your bills, your budget, You may be, slapping yourself about like how much money you've spent recently, and especially for the holidays. People are getting their credit card bills and stuff from the holidays, and they're just like, oh my God. So sitting down and figuring your life out, getting your life, okay, is the Sun and Saturn together. For some people, yeah, maybe they are just more focused on work at this time, more focused on responsibilities that they have, whether it's a job, business, or, just regular life responsibilities. Oh my God, iTunes, go away. What? Okay, my bad. I had to clear a stupid thing on my computer. But anyway, yeah, so seriousness with the Sun and Saturn. But you know what's crazy is the Sun is sandwiched between Saturn and Jupiter. Jupiter is the party planet, right? He just goes woo and like just wants to get out and do stuff and explore the world, and who cares about responsibilities, consequences? What are those? That's Jupiter. So these two planets represent totally opposite things, Jupiter and Saturn. So maybe this is work hard, play hard. Maybe that's what the energy is like for a lot of you guys. Work hard, play hard with the Sun and Saturn and the Sun and Jupiter together. So maybe people are trying to do both, actually. You know what? And then we have Mars. Mars and Jupiter are squaring each other also. Mars is the action that you take. Okay. So it's like actually getting out, going and doing things, initiating things is Mars. Initiating actions, okay? So Mars square Jupiter makes people want to say, man, fuck all this responsibility. I just want to have fun. And the Sun and Jupiter together also gives like a similar effect. What's funny is like, I personally, like over the weekend, I was feeling both. I was feeling like, oh, I would like to get out. I would like to have some fun, but I have a lot of work to do. So you know what my ass did, especially being an earth sign? I did get out, but I brought my work with me. Like I brought my tablet and my notepad, and I was sitting writing up people's readings and stuff. I went out, to a dope ass place that's like it's a place to eat, but they've got a lot of cool shit there and a DJ and everything. But I was sitting there working though. And of course, one of my friends was making fun of me, but I'm like, I can't help it. It's like I'm sandwiched between Jupiter and Saturn. I want to be out, dressed up, looking fly and everything, but I'm bringing my work with me. Saturn says, no, you're not allowed to just play, okay? You can't get away with just playing and skipping around like you want to. There's work to do, damn it. So, if any of you guys had anything similar go on, then let me know. It's like Saturn would not just let me get out and have fun. He would not. He's like, you have so much work to do, girl. You better sit down and do your work. So anyway, yeah, so that's some of the energy that's still lingering on the 24th. We also still have the moon in Gemini. I don't know if you guys could tell. Moon in Gemini days, people talk fast or faster than usual. I sure do. Okay, I'm Mercurial, and Moon in Gemini. I don't have any Gemini, but Moon in Gemini days make me talk faster in a Gemini-ish type of a manner. If it has that effect on you guys, whether you're a Gemini or not, of course, let me know. Let us all know. But Moon in Gemini days, yeah, you talk faster. Your attention span is shorter. You think quicker. You're more quick-witted. Quicker to say things, to do things. It's funny. Like one of my best friends, who's a Gemini rising, and she has her moon in the 3rd house, which is very similar to Moon in Gemini. She just randomly popped up at my house yesterday. She was like, I'm 5 minutes away from your house. I was like, excuse you? Like, nobody ever does that. People who know me know. No surprise visits, man. Okay? Just don't do it. Like, my 5th house moon does not allow people to see me, if I haven't gotten all glammed up or whatever. She's like, I'm 5 minutes away. And I was like, really? And she just popped up randomly, and we were just chattering away. La, 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 la. And normally I'm not the type of person to have a short attention span or to interrupt people when they're talking and be like, oh my God, look over there. But I found that interacting with a Gemini person under a Gemini moon did kind of bring that energy out. Like seeing something pass by, even though my friend is talking and being like, hold up, girl, sorry to interrupt you. But at least I say, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Most Gemini natives, you guys know you're guilty of this. You guys won't even say, oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but check this out. You guys are just gonna be like, what's it over there? Oh my God, what's it over there? Squirrel. Oh my God, this shiny thing. Oh my God. And just totally disregard the other person's talking. But no, I did find myself kind of like, oh my God, hold up. Sorry, girl, but check this out over there. And then we, ha ha ha. And then I said, okay, sorry. Now, where were you? Back to what you were saying. Geminis, please take notes. That's the proper way to handle your Gemini isms. If you want to interrupt someone, please do it in a way to where you are polite, you have manners, and then you kindly step back into the conversation, not just, oh, I'm bored, let's switch lanes. I don't fuck what you're talking about. Like, oh my God, you guys. Anyway, so the moon is still in Gemini through the rest of the day on the 24th. Bring some playfulness, you know, to the situation at hand here within this energy. Sun and Saturn, like I said, he's very serious, but you know, when the moon's in Gemini, we can still joke, we can still laugh, we can still play, we can still share stupid memes and all of that good stuff. Okay. All right. So now moving along, on the 25th, this is when the moon moves into Cancer. Okay. Moon in Cancer days. Ooh, they're full of tears and food, and that's it. I'm just kidding. No, but the vibe becomes a little more sensitive, you know what I mean? People who do have maternal figures in their lives, that they actually have, you know, they have them around and everything, and they, you know, they have a good relationship with them. They'll start craving their attention, or you start acting more maternal in nature yourself. If you have children, then they come to the forefront as far as being priorities for you, even more than usual. They should be anyway, but even more than usual. Or if you are a child still that's very attached to family or your mommy or whatever, then these days in the moon in Cancer, that's what people want. They want their mommy, they want cookies, they want juice, and they want a blankie. And that's it, you know. They want to be coddled and babied. So everybody may have that type of a vibe, whether you're a Cancer or not. People become more like, they just want to chill. They just want to be homebodies and be in their jammies, you know. You know what's crazy is like, with having Aquarius is my fourth house energy, in case you don't know, is very much like the energy of Cancer. Cancer is the fourth sign on the zodiac wheel. Like Aries, it starts with Aries 1, Taurus is 2, Gemini is 3, Cancer is 4. So on your own personal natal chart wheel, you know, it starts with a sign that's not always Aries. For everybody, it's different. Whatever sign is the fourth one, whenever there's planetary activity within that sign, you are going to act and feel much like a Cancer. We all take turns all the time of being all the signs. Okay, so that's why, even though we will crack jokes, even in the astro community, if you will, we'll crack jokes about the signs, we'll diss on the signs, you know. Personally, we may not like or vibe with certain signs, or may favor some, but honestly and truly, we all have all the signs within us. We all take turns stepping into their energy and wearing it for a little while, and then taking it off and putting on the next one, you know. So anyway, my fourth house is Aquarius. All this Aquarius party is activating my Cancerian house. So don't you know, I have been so into wearing jammies lately, like buying cute jammies. Jammies are like the thing. You just want to be a comfy baby in your jammies. Like, I'm talking about the one piece, the whole full body jammy, you know, and little fuzzy slippers. You just want to be cute and cozy under Cancerian energy. So we all get a feel for that, and become a little more sensitive than usual. The 25th through the 27th. Okay. So on the 26th, we have a couple things pop in. We have the sun is squaring Uranus. Okay, it's actually earlier. It's probably like 25th and 26th ish. Let's see, Uranus is 6:47. Okay, so yeah, it's like super early in the day on the 26th where I'm at in the US. That the sun is squaring Uranus. See, 6:47 Aquarius, 6:47 Taurus. Bada boom, bada bing, a square. So anyway, these two planets are not really agreeing with each other right now. And what's crazy is the depositor for Aquarius is Uranus and Taurus, meaning the ruling planet of Aquarius is Uranus. and it's in the sign of Taurus. And these two signs don't really get along with each other, Aquarius and Taurus, but what they have in common is they're both stubborn AF, right? But they don't really get along. They represent different things, totally different things. But so anyway, yes, this is a big deal. Sun square Uranus. This is like hella rebellious energy, you guys. Like either internally within yourselves, you'll have like an internal battle, especially wherever Aquarius and Taurus are in your charts. Okay. Those two areas of your life may be battling it out with each other, with different conflicts that are happening outside of you, maybe with the people that are within those certain houses in your chart, or it can be just within yourself. You're trying to make those two areas of your life simultaneously work out, and maybe there's trouble with that. Okay. But just in general, the Sun and Uranus squaring each other is very whatever, I do what I want. Okay, it's very much that vibe. Sun square Uranus is like, F the system, F the government, and Aquarius in itself is like that. Uranus in itself is like that. But then these two are like clashing and stuff. So there's even more of that energy present. And you know what, you guys? I know last week I was like, oh my God, what was it? The 20th? January 20th, there could be some shit popping off and everything. And that was the day of the presidential inaugurational stuff and everything. And surprisingly, it was pretty peaceful. Now, I'm not going to lie, you guys. That's because Mars and Uranus were exact on that day. So I was like, I don't watch the news, but of course I'm on social media. I see headlines fly past me, and sometimes I stop and check them out, But I didn't really see anything crazy, no bombs blowing up, no rioting and picketing and destroying stuff like I would have expected Mars and Uranus and Taurus to do. But actually everything was pretty peaceful as far as whatever came across my feed and my timeline. Okay. But I did see there were some freak accidents that made headlines, like bad freak accidents of bad things that happened to people. That was so sad. I did see some of that stuff pop up, and unfortunately that is a Uranus and Mars type of an effect a lot of times. But anyway, so I see the Sun squaring Uranus on the 26th. This is another day where the potential for something a little crazy can pop off. But, astrology, it shows the potential of things. It shows just that. How people respond and react to the energies is really on them. Just like on the 20th, yeah, there could have been some crazy shit that could have popped off, especially with the stuff at the White House, if maybe the security hadn't been stepped up because of previous craziness when Mars first entered Taurus. Everybody in the world has seen that, I'm sure, no matter where you live. As soon as Mars stepped out, was still in Aries, finishing popping off in Aries, and then stepped into Taurus, conjoined to Uranus, we saw what happened. But because of that, maybe it was a blessing in disguise. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I take that back, because I don't want to hear any social justice warrior bullshit. Please. Okay. I'm saying that because, the whole presidential thing, maybe there could have been some major like terrorism or something with Mars and Uranus exact on that date, if previous events didn't cause them to step up the security a lot more. So, like I said, it shows potential of things. So Sun square Uranus and still squaring Mars at the same time. There's potential there for something major, but we'll just have to see how everything plays out. But on a personal level, yes, it does make people more rebellious, may make people want to rebel by doing something crazy with their appearance. Like tattoos, piercings, like I have thought about those things myself, with this energy building up, but also, other people I've seen some outrageous tattoos. Because I follow some tattoo pages on social media. I've seen some crazier ones start coming through on my feed, with all this Uranian energy in the air, and it just Aquarius in itself rules all of that. And then we've got like the Uranian aspects. Anyway, you guys, but yeah, be careful with potentially like having conflict with people that are in leadership positions in your life. The Sun rules strong masculine figures in your life. So traditionally it's males, but you know, people who are born female can have masculine energy too. We all know that. So anybody who plays the role of the sun in your life, a leader, someone you look up to, you answer to, maybe you can have clashes with them, with the sun square and sun square Mars at the same time. Okay, so that's really hot on the 26th. And also we have the north and south nodes will be squaring Neptune exactly. Look at this, 19 and 6 of Gemini, 19 and 6 of Pisces. And then the south node, which is missing on this website, but he exists. Trust me, I know. Ooh, I know too well. The south node exists. Is 19 and 6 of Sagittarius. So they're all squaring each other. Now they've already been squaring each other, you know what I mean? But this is exact to the motherfucking minute. Look at that. So what does this mean? Well, you know, these are very slow moving energies. I say energies because the north and south nodes don't actually physically exist up above us. You can't see them floating around, but they do exist. They're calculated points, but boy, do they matter. Okay. Neptune is so far away from the earth, so far away from us, and moves so slow through the zodiac that it's not like that it's like collectively we can't always see the effects of Neptune like in one day, you know what I'm saying, because his transit is like over a decade long through a sign, very slow moving. And the nodes, their transit lasts like 18 months. Okay, so but when they're activated by each other, we may see something pop up on the 26th. The north and south nodes, they rule karma, fate, destiny, your soul, you know, so maybe something on a soul level that's very karmic, spiritual. Oh, wow. You know, yeah, okay, that makes sense now. When I think about it. Yeah, karmic, spiritual. If you've been having like dreams that are off the chain and really have messages, it's because this aspect is building up. But on the 26th, it's exact, okay? But if you found that your intuition is more on point, your psychic ability, you know, these nodes are like the gates and portals to your soul. And then Neptune is like a portal to the spiritual realm. It is the veil between the physical and spiritual, but it's very thin. The veil is so thin when we have aspects to Neptune, okay, or coming from Neptune or whatever. So if you found that like you've been seeing a lot more synchronicities lately, angel numbers, feathers, you know, the average stuff, but anything that you personally count as like it means something, that's a sign or a symbol, then that's probably why is this right here. These aspects pop in. Even though it's a square, it's still there. Squares are, oh, it's a negative aspect. Yeah, but they're still activating that energy. And if you've found yourself having trouble with figuring out maybe your purpose, maybe you've become confused about your soul's purpose, what you're here to do in this lifetime, or maybe you've had like some flashbacks or deja vus that make you feel like you're connecting to a past lifetime. If you believe in that, you know, or if this can also open the gates and the portal to people having fated, destined meetings with one another and having like some telepathy involved and some real magical shit, man. It really can. So it's opening that up even more. Oof, you know, this is an aspect that I can talk for hours and hours and hours about. I can go in on the nodes, and I will one day, wink, wink. I promise you guys that. I'm journaling a lot, and oof, trust me, you guys, this isn't the last you heard from me about these motherfucking nodes, man. Anyway, so the nodes square Neptune. Yes, square Neptune can be some confusion. There could be confusion in the mix about, like I said, like purpose, current, past, you know, soul, spiritual stuff. Okay, very interesting transit. All right, so on the 27th, this is when the moon goes into Leo. Is it the yeah? It's like later in the day, so it might be the 28th where some of you guys are at when the moon goes into Leo. Moon in Leo, and we're building up to a full moon in the sign of Leo. Okay, there we go. So moon in Leo days, you know, people could be more into themselves. especially how they look, especially how their hair looks. All right. People can be more playful. Some people may act more pompous and like, do you not know who I am? Ugh. You know what Leo and Aquarius both have in common? They're opposite signs, but they both kind of have that complex sometimes, you know, of like, do you not know who I am? And I'm so above all of you. Leo is like more of a superficial, I'm above all of you just because I'm me and you guys are all haters and I look good and you're jealous type of, type of vibe. But Aquarius is more like, I know more than you people. My brain goes to places that yours doesn't go, and therefore you guys are stupid and you're humans, and I'm like, I don't even know if I'm human like you. So they both kind of have that little complex pop in. So when we have both energies in the sky, just watch yourself, okay? Try not to tap into that part of those energies and make people feel like shit and like they're beneath you. But both of these energies are about recognizing your true self and not being afraid to put that out there. Very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very shamelessly, I guess we can say. But Moon and Leo days in themselves, yes, fierce, fabulous, fun, playful, flirtatious, selfies galore and all of that. So Moon is in Leo until the 30th. Okay. So we do have on the 28th, the next day is when we have the full moon in Leo, because the sun is at 9 of Aquarius and the moon is at 9 of freaking Leo. There we go. Okay. So the full moon in Leo. Now the sun and Jupiter are together within the mix here. Okay. So Jupiter's in the mix with the full moon. So is Uranus. So is Mars. So there's many players in this little full moon in Leo game we got going on the 28th. Okay, so if we're talking about collectively what this full moon in Leo is bringing up, of course, just the Leo moon in general is like, be more confident, have better self-esteem, a better self-image, self-confidence, self-love, and all of that, right? But let's take a deeper look though. So we have the sun and Jupiter together and the moon is opposing it. This could be something to do with, with shining out there and not being afraid to, because Jupiter expands what he touches. Jupiter blows things up. Like I always say, Jupiter is kind of like a projector screen, whatever's going on, he makes it a lot bigger so you could see it a lot clearer and have a big picture view of what's going on. So when he's conjoined to the sun, this is jolly, happy energy, and the sun rules Leo. So the depositor for the moon, the full moon, is in a conjunction with Jupiter. So maybe there could be something about consequences to actions that comes up, because also Saturn's in the mix too. So maybe if you have been like partying too much and not doing enough of your work in which you need to do to make a good name and impression, for yourself, maybe there's some consequences there. Maybe there's, because the sun is still sandwiched between Saturn and Jupiter during this full moon too. So like I said before, you know what I'm saying? It's like, work hard, play hard. Maybe there's something to do with partying. Leo is a party energy too. Partying, working, playing, how to balance all of that out. And then we have the square to Uranus and Mars. So there could be maybe just some surprising actions that are taken, some surprising things that pop up or something. Maybe people rebel in some sort of way that to where they're like, you know what? I'm tired of holding back on showing the world who I am, So you want to be seen and known. And so you work really hard to do something, put out a project, put out something that goes viral on social media or something, because Aquarius rules social media. So does Uranus, right? So maybe there's something along the lines of that within the mix. But yeah, on a personal level, maybe there's just something about, you want to rebel away from like responsibility and stuff, because we have the squares to Saturn and Aquarius, and we have all this party energy, this freedom energy, and then we have restriction in the mix too. So maybe like this full moon is going to tell you, look, if you want to really do big things, make a great name for yourself, make a good impression on people to know you in this great light, you have to work very hard, as well as, you know, do like cool creative things or playful stuff. Or yes, you should be worried about yourself. Definitely love yourself, be self-absorbed to a healthy level, you know, to where you're like, oh, I'm all about me, but not like to where you're dissing people, being an asshole, you know, but like you're focused on yourself so much that you're like want to build yourself up, you know, so you're blocking out all the bullshit and, you know, haters and all of that, but you're still being generous and kind to the people that are on your team, are on your side. Okay. But you have to do all of that in order to really, if you want to blow up, you know what I mean? And whatever it is that you do, whether it's big scale, small scale, whatever. Okay. But the full moon in Leo is about getting your shine on, honey. Just to narrow it down. We also have Venus conjoined to Pluto on this day. Oh, there's so much going on this week. Look at Venus conjoined to Pluto. She's been hanging around Pluto for a minute. Venus and Pluto together, Lord have mercy. Venus is style and fashion and beauty and vanity, looks and all of that. And she's enjoyment. She, when she's conjoined to Pluto, he like kidnaps her and takes her down to the underworld. Okay. Remember I said how Pluto, the symbol for Pluto, he looks like the Lord of the underworld. Like he's got this evil, you know how they show like Disney villains and stuff? They have that weird collar that goes up like past their head sometimes. That's what Pluto's symbol looks like. And somebody said in the comments before, Pluto looks like a dude like throwing his hands up. Yes, like you know how they show like even like cartoon villains, they throw their hands up and they're like mwahaha, and there's fire whoosh behind them. Yeah, so that's Pluto. And imagine Venus, she's just sweet and innocent, you know, with little flowers in her hair and her cute little white dress, skipping around and twirling. And he snatches her up and throws her in some fishnet stockings and wearing all black, and put some red or burgundy or black lipstick on her. And he put some chains, you know, some chains on her, like accessories, chains, and tells her, you know, to do some naughty things. All right, we'll just leave it at that. So that's kind of the style that you may see coming out a little more, especially rocking the color black more, because black is a color of Pluto. Not the planet itself, like physically, but you know, the energy of Pluto. The color black is one of Pluto's colors, and also of Capricorn, the sign that it's in. One of Capricorn's main colors is black as well. So there you go. There's double. So if you find yourself wanting to rock the color black a little more in some risque fashion or whatever, like I was just on IG today and I saw this girl who normally looks very sweet and cute. She's a Cancer. She looks all innocent, but she was rocking this choker that has like chains and loops and spikes and shit on it. Actually, there was two Cancer girls that I follow that were wearing similar chokers in their latest pictures, and I'm like, there's that Venus and Pluto. She is working right now. She may be working some corners, or at least looking like she is, right? So if you find yourself wanting to rock a little bit more risque stuff or whatever, then that is why. Okay, so but they are in exact conjunction on the 28th. So then on the 30th we have the sun squaring Mars exactly to the degree. Is it the 30th? Sometimes, especially during Mercury retrograde, my notes are like jacked up and just whack. I think it's more so on the, oh yeah, the 30th. Duh, I'm on the wrong day. Oh, Mercury, leave me alone. You're making me look stupid. Okay, anyway. So yeah, 11 degrees. Okay. On the 30th, both Mars and the sun are at 11 degrees of their signs. Somewhere over here, somewhere along, okay, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so on the 30th, the sun and Mars are squaring each other. These are the two most masculine energies above us that are close to us here on Earth. And so, you know what I'm saying? People may have time today because I saw this page that I follow post that song, the video for that song. I was like, oh my God, that's the jam. Today I got time, cuz. Anyway. If you don't know what I'm talking about, my bad, but most of you guys do. That's the jam. It's basically telling somebody what's up, like square up, homie. What does he say? He said, you could drop off your kid and run my fade. Running a fade, that's like another slang term for let's get him up. You know what I mean? So anyway, people may be feeling more like that, like very charged with masculine energy to either fight and scrap or to get things done, to take charge in your life somewhere, somehow, personal, business, whatever. And you feel like frustrated with something, so it lights a fire under your ass and makes you want to take action finally. And that's because, the sun is a hot, fiery energy, and then Mars rules fire and heat and stuff too. Okay. So, but this could be like an internal conflict that you have maybe between these two areas of your life. Once again, wherever Aquarius is at and Taurus is at in your life, maybe those two areas of life are frustrating you and you're trying to get them on the same page. Or maybe this could be outside of you, you and others, whoever embodies Mars and or sun energy. It all depends on your situation. So also on the 30th, this is when Mercury goes into retrograde. Where's he at? Mercury. Mercury has already been doing some bullshit while he's been in shadow. Like, I'm trying to get this workshop together with one of my astro besties, and we're finally like, yes, we're gonna get it, we're gonna be doing it, and then her computer crashes. So oh my gosh, like, if her computer gets back up and running, if we get our technology right, then you guys will see what we have in store. It's supposed to be around Valentine's Day, but knock on wood, and we'll see what Mercury decides to do. All right. But anyway, so Mercury goes actually retrograde on the 30th until February 20th, but he will not be back to normal until mid-March. Okay. So just keep that in mind. I go over all of that in the February horoscope in more detail. And then we have the moon in Virgo on this day, entering Virgo on the 30th. And moon in Virgo days, the moon's going to be in Virgo until February 1st, right? So for the rest of the week that I'm covering, we have the moon in Virgo. We have all this stuff hanging out in Aquarius, okay? And then Mars and Taurus. This is this vibe feels very know-it-all. Feels very like I'm focused on work. And, very, very kind of snooty know-it-all energy, like the last weekend of the month. Just be aware of that, you guys. Try not to really, go in that direction, and watch out for other people that will be, because Aquarius energy is super know-it-all. Taurus energy can be like that too, like I told you so. And Virgo energy damn sure is fucking like, oh, I already said blah, 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 blah. I told you so. I told you not to blah, blah, blah. All of these energies could be like that. So people could be kind of grumpy and just like, ugh, like eye rolls and side eyes are flying everywhere. So, but this energy is still good for getting things done, getting your life in order, okay? Getting it together. We still have the sun and Jupiter together. It does make you want to party a little bit. Mars is still squaring Jupiter too. Still like kind of, it's hard to fight the urge to just escape and get away and run off, but there's still work to do. The earth sign energies are going to remind your ass of that. The moon in Virgo's the sign that rules work. Okay. So basically, maybe this last weekend of the month, people will just be more focused on cleaning their house, working in their planner, writing notes, organizing their digital calendars and schedules and all that stuff. But yeah, that's the vibe. So anyway, you guys, that wraps up this last week of January 2021. Like, damn, there's so much going on, I'm telling you. But if you want to know what's going on for February, don't forget to watch the February video here on my channel and check out your February horoscope for your sign. And don't forget about the Valentine's Day sale, okay, on love readings. If you would like a love reading, they're all discounted only for this week only. Okay, so thank you guys for listening, and I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace.